For this guided practice, you are going to need a pen and a highlighter. So if you would like to get guided practice written, underlined like this, write down the question and then copy up the map with all of the distances as well. So the distances are given in miles here. So if you want to pause the video and get this copied up and then come back with a highlighter ready to go through it. So our question says, use Kruskal's algorithm to find the minimum spanning tree of the roads connecting towns in southern England, hence find the minimum distance between these towns. So you've just watched a YouTube video explaining what Kruskal's algorithm is, and you know now that we're going to start, our first step is to start by finding the smallest distance on our map. The smallest distance on this map is the distance between Oxford and Reading. So we're going to highlight that edge, and that is going to be the first part of our minimum spanning tree. We're now looking for the second shortest distance, that is between Swindon and Oxford. It has a distance of 30 miles. For the next distance, we've got 2 with a distance of 40. It doesn't actually matter which one we choose because neither of these edges will form a cycle. So a cycle is when, for example, if we now connected Swindon and Reading, we would end up going round all 3 and we could keep going. We're not going to form a cycle here by choosing either of these. So we can start by choosing Reading to London and then Bristol to Swindon. We've got one more location that is not connected to our minimum spanning tree, that's Southampton. The smallest distance connecting any of our current locations to Southampton is the distance from Southampton to Reading. So we're going to choose that edge there. So our minimum spanning tree contains the following edges. So we've got the edges, we draw these curly brackets to write the edges inside. We've got the edge Oxford to Reading, and we kind of write this as coordinates. Then we had Oxford to Swindon, then we had Reading to London, then Bristol to Swindon, then Southampton to Reading. And then we're going to close those curly brackets. That here is our written version of our minimum spanning tree. What we've highlighted here is the diagram of our minimum spanning tree. So we've done the first part of our question. We've found the minimum spanning tree. We've drawn that with our highlighted pen. We now need to find the minimum distance. So we're going to find the sum of the distances that are highlighted. So the minimum distance is 27 plus 30 plus 40 plus 40 plus 42, and that is equal to 179 miles. So make sure you've got this guided practice copied down. It's going to be really useful for your next task.